morning, traders. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having an awesome weekend. So, as always, on weekend, I just want to give you something to learn, something to understand how you can take the entries and most importantly, the power of these support and resistance zones, which I call an areas of value. So, if you want to skip this part of the video, you can skip it straight to the timestamp right on the screen, as you can see on the screens. But if you want to learn something, if you want to understand the way we can enter the trades from these support and resistance zones, I promise you, you will learn something out of it. Also, as you guys know, that I'll be also sending you the commodities zones report on Sundays or Mondays and weekly Forex zones report on Mondays or Tuesdays as usual. So I'm adding the commodity zones as well so that you can get more value out of priority group. So if you want to join it, the good time is to join over the weekend so that you won't miss these zones which are sent out on Sundays for commodities and for Forex as usual on Monday. So with that being said, let's take a look at the zone I've sent last week on Sunday. I'm going to start with net gas. So right here, we got the first zone here for net gas. I've sent these zones to my members last Sunday. The price was at this point right here. As you can see, this was of the resistance 1 and this was of a resistance 2. As you can see, the price hit the resistance 2 and quickly fall back to the minor resistance, which I've mentioned in my YouTube video. By the way, I've not added the minor resistance in the report. As you can see, the power of marking these zones. Once we hit the resistance zones, what do we have? We had a nice entry on lower time frame right here. If you see, a nice perfect entry, a pin bar with an engulfing candle. This is a pin bar as well, and this is also an engulfing candle, the candle that has engulfed the previous green candle. That was a valid entry. That was the condition I was talking about, and we only entered this trade once the price hit our area of value. We are not going to enter this type of entry if the price is somewhere in between the zones. No, this is not what we do. This is not what we look at. This is not a valid engulfer because there's no point of entering this type of trade if this price action has not happened at our area of value. So at this point, we got a nice candle and that price has pushed down right here to the minor support. And once we have a hit of this zone, I have sent this entry to my priority member. As you can see on the screens, that is what we call the power of entering the trade with the entry condition. And we took some nice badass net gas trades this week and last week as well. So that is what I want to show you. As you can see, the power of marking these zones. This is what I send you every week, and the way you can learn out of my zones report just by looking back and see the way I mark these zones. Of course, guys, there are lots of many rules the way I mark these zones, but these reports can give you some idea of the way I mark these zones. I have around 6 to 7 chapters just based on these, how to mark the support and resistance zone. That is why, guys, it's not possible to teach you everything here on a single YouTube video. So with the trade alerts and with the zones report, you can able to understand the entries. You can have a good idea of taking your entries as accurate as possible. Now, this was the first zone. As you can see, the net gas has reacted nicely out of these zones. Last Sunday, I've sent this report, and then we had a nice entry here as well. Let's check the next zone, which is copper. As you can see, the price was here. Let me take you back on a daily time frame right here. As you can see, I've sent these zones to my member when the price was right here, and we've been waiting for a nice entry condition once the price hit this zone. As you can see, the price hit this zone on a higher time frame, but what do we have after that? On a lower time frame, this big red candle, that would be enough to hit our target if we have an entry condition. And let me show you if we have an entry condition on lower time frame or not. Going back on 4-hour time frame now, what do we have here? This was a nice candle, the way I teach you in the priority group and in the trade alerts. As you can see, if you would have entered here, the price pushed up till here just to get a better price. As you can see, ADR is 50, and if you see, the price has pushed down around 91 points, more than 50, and that would be enough to hit your targets before the price pushed up and continue with the trend. So that is how we take the trade. I have also sent the gold zone, but we did not get any reason to enter on gold. And let me show you one Forex zone as well. I'm not going to go through all these zones, but let me show you the Forex zone which I've sent, and immediately after that we got an entry condition. Let me quickly show you that as well. Right here, right in front of you, I've sent this zone to my member when the price was hitting the zone, and I've already told them to be prepared for an entry once we get an entry condition. As you can see right here, the price was here, the New Zealand Japanese yen, and after that I quickly sent them an entry. We got an entry on 4-hour time frame. As you can see right here, we got our entry condition right here, but we got a better price to enter here. That's why we entered here. And let me show you the trade alert which I've sent to my members so that you can also learn the way I enter the trade, what I'm looking at when I'm entering the trade, the price action, the candlestick pattern, everything you learn here in the trade alert. That is also you get with these zones report once you have an entry condition. Right here, I have sent this trade alert to my members once we have an entry confirmation right here. And as you can see, we had a massive fall out of New Zealand Japanese yen. So guys, again, if you're looking to join the group, this is just to show you how you can enter the trade. This is just to educate you so that you can make less mistakes, so that you won't guess in the market. You can see the price action, the candlestick pattern to enter the valid trade rather than just guessing in the market. So it is not a signal group. I often get this question that if how many signals do I get if I join the group. 2 weeks ago we only had one trade, and that was a losing trade as well. So we had only one signal, one trade alert, and we had no other entry conditions in the market. So that is what you get here, guys. Some weeks we get good trade alerts, some weeks market gave us nice entry conditions, and some weeks there may be one or maybe none. So if you want to learn, this is purely for you to learn out of these group. That is why I'm showing you these conditions, these entry, the way we enter using support and resistance zones. We also got the pullback entry and the condition of entering the pullback trade. I don't want to stretch this video much longer. I've already shown the pullback entries in my last weekend videos. If you want to go back and check the last weekend video, you can go back and check that. So we get some pullback entries as well in the priority group, but this is just to show you the zones, the way we enter the trade using these zones and as accurate as possible. So after this long lecture, I don't want to hold you guys much longer than this, and let's quickly jump on to our analysis with net gas, gold, crude oil, and I'm going to go through silver as well. Okay, right here we got a nice winning trade over both target has been hit, the target 1 and the target 2 as well. So let me quickly show you what I've said in my last video so that we can connect the dots. Right here we got a nice engulfer with a double bottom action, making this a valid double bottom trade. Now I hope you have figured out this entry if you follow me from last couple of months. Now at this point I'm still expecting price to push up further to my take profit 2. At this point I'm just waiting for the price to break and completely close above. Once we have a break and close above, we can expect a further push up, a trend continuation out of natural gas. At this point, according to the ATR, this is the target 1. This is your take profit 2. Right here on currency.com, similar condition, guys. If you have a big push up, then this is the zone which is 6.564, from where we can expect some pullbacks. Awesome. I've already mentioned this in my last YouTube video, and I've already sent these both targets to my priority members with actual stops and targets. And as you can see, the price hit our take profit 2 and quickly fall with a dramatic move down. Now at this point, what to expect next from net gas? Now I won't be buying and I won't be selling at this point. After this big momentum candle, we can expect some breather, some pullback, at least till 50% retracement. So I'm expecting a pullback here, and it can also push up to the top again. If we have this move, and let's say we get a double top move here at this zone with a strong condition, again guys, I will be only looking with a double top and with a nice engulfer, the way you learn here. If you get that move, then we can expect some push down. So at this point, just look for the condition. This is the condition for your sell trades. And then let's say if you don't get a push up, and if you get a push down here again, and at this point if you get a push down here and you get a nice engulfer here within the zone, something like this here on Owanda, if you get a condition here similar like this, then we get a major double bottom move. So keep an eye here on buy and sell condition, guys. Do not enter just anywhere in the market. All we need to do, look for the entry conditions. So for buy, I will wait for a price to give us a reason to enter here, either as a pin bars or engulfers. Once we have that, we are good to take our long trade using the ATR for the targets. ATR is really important, guys. As you can see this example here, right after the hit of take profit 2, the price just falls. So ATR keeps you with the volatility of the market, which is really, really important. So we are still not bearish at this point, if you're wondering, until we are completely broken below this previous low. And this previous low is 5.896 at this currency.com data. Once, let's say if the market opens in gap down here below this previous low, then we can expect some pullback before we get a trend continuation push down. Buyers will lose interest for buying after that. So keep an eye here. If we get a gap down opening then below this low, then I will be only looking for sell opportunities until we hit this next level of support, which is 5.176 goes up to 5.502. So all we need to do, look for the condition, guys. For buying trades, I want to see a good break above this previous high. Once we have a break above this previous high, only then I will look for my trend continuation trade to the upside. Okay, right here on Oanda, similar conditions, exactly the same as currency.com. Look for the price action, double top here to take your sell trades. If you are broken above this top, we will look for buying continuation trade, and double bottom if you have a push down here with a nice engulfer, something like this, then we will go long. If you're confused, guys, please rewind, rewatch this section. I'm sure the confusions will go away. And to take a sell bearish trades, once we have a complete break and close below this low, then we can take our trend continuation trades until we hit this lower level of support. So that is it for NatGas, guys. I hope you got some value out of it. Let's check gold. Okay, right here, gold is now in the major level of resistance, which is 1758 goes up to 1775. I've already informed this in my last video that I'm expecting a hit of this zone, and I'll be looking to take my sell trades right after the hit of this zone. Now we are in this zone. All you need to do, look for the entry condition. We might get a green and then a red candle. If we have that move, then we are good to take one ATR target. The ATR is currently $11, so we can expect $11 move, but the ATR will change once we have a condition. Make sure you look at the current ATR to take your sell trades. So I'll be only looking for my sell trades now with the entry condition. And if you have a massive move up, break above this zone, then we can look for long trades. So at this point, just look for your sell bearish conditions. Let's check silver. Okay, right here, silver is also in the major level of resistance. Change it to red. At this point, we can expect a double top move right here. Once we have this move, look for a bearish engulfer or a pin bar within this double bottom zone. The way you mark your rejection zone, something like this. All you need to see, you don't want to see a complete break and close above this box. If you have a break and close above this box, then the double top condition will be invalid. So look for your double top condition right here in this zone. If you have that pin bar or engulfer, then we are good to take sell trades here. If you've broken above with no entry condition, then we will use this zone as our trend continuation zone. Let's check crude oil. Okay, right here, crude oil, as you can see, it is in the resistance zone. At this point, we do have this swing high engulfing candle. Looking at that, I'm expecting some push down out of crude oil here. Not a major push down, but looking at the ATR of this candle is 1.29, so we can expect $1.2 push down out of crude oil before the price can push up again. So the next zone to sell crude oil is 91.70 goes up to 92.72. This is a zone from where I want to look for my bearish engulfers, double top or a pin bar to take my sell trade. If the price completely break above, let's say broken above this zone, then I will look for my pullback buy trades until we hit this zone above, the sell zone above, to take my sell trades again. So that is it for commodities, guys. If you have made it to the end, please don't forget to hit a like button for me, and if you're new, hit a subscribe button so that we can all trade together and we can all trade efficiently, and also for the daily commodities update. I hope you trade green next week as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.